Skyrim more deep, dark secrets. Roman Greek statue of a woman. More statues.
Yeah, I would explore further before you drop down.
I don't think it let me. There's like an invisible barrier.
Oh, that's weird.
What the fuck is this?
Those are definitely just blocks, not water.
It's a missing texture. Great plaque. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. Hello.
Welcome, welcome. May I ask your name?
I'm Bigus Dickus.
It's a sincere pleasure to meet you.
I'm Al Worth.
Brings you all the way down here.
That was placed by accident.
Then perhaps the fates brought you here to learn the secrets of this place. I will tell you everything I know, but first, a request. I have been living down here alone for many years, with nobody to talk to but myself.
Tell me, are you real?
One thing I long for above all else before I die is a good philosophical argument with somebody astute. I'm hoping that person is you. Let us find out with this simple question. Have you deduced the name of the god responsible for the Golden Rule?
Karen? Not yet.
You have much to learn.
Fair enough. Man, this is just weirder and weirder. A large couch is converted to a rather eccentric bed.
Ah, you've returned.
Ah, you're back! You've been gone for so long. What if I go back in time and he says, ah, you returned to me? That would throw me for a loop. And not a time loop. Oh my god. Ugh. So who do you think that was?
I have no idea. Could have been
Either a
Al.
man or a god.
Could have been Al. Or maybe it's you.
Maybe. But why would I be surrounded by Greek shit?
I don't know. Could have been a god, though.
I'm the god responsible for the Golden Rule. That was night for a second. Alright, so I need to talk to more people about their past. I see it hasn't loaded yet. Oh, there we go.
Man, this game is a trash fire.
A little bit. Where's Cynthia? Maybe they focused a little too much on the graphics.
Maybe.
Talk to Cynthia. Maybe I can talk to her about her sister being imprisoned. You know, I think I could probably figure out where Scintilla is in like 3 loops. Because in order to get to Scintilla, I need the golden bow. To get the golden bow, I need the regular bow. So that's 1 loop to get the regular bow. 1 loop to get the golden bow and talk because of the fucking crazy lady, unless I can talk her down. And then on that 3rd loop, well, I guess that'd be technically 2 loops, I'd find Scintilla and confront Cynthius. This is Cynthius' room. Where is everyone?
Citizen.
It was ooh.
Do you find it visible?
Are they all going to the votes?
Oh, that's a good point. Where's the vote going?
No, check. Go. Oh. Open your objective or your quest tracker again. Go to Democracy in Action. Oh, we still need to do that.
Isn't the great temple majestic?
Where's the assassin? Have you already killed him in this loop?
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
That's the baths. Pretty sure people don't vote in the bath.
What have you baked for us today, my talented young friend?
Same thing I've made every day for the last 5 months, Georgius. Bread.
Bread.
But it's the way you make it which makes it so magnificent.
Are you Italian, Georgius?
Just follow the recipe. It's dead
Pretty sure you're supposed to be
simple.
Greek.
And yet, you managed to elevate it to an art form somehow.
You old flatterer. What are you like?
Where the hell is everyone?
Salve and welcome.
What's your story?
There's not much.
I bake bread.
I suppose it all started about 8 months ago. My pa
Living in
just
Rome.
arranged a husband for me. I spent the next week in bed.
Fever.
Pa, in the end, they decided I'd do better outside the city. But after about a day in a cab, I remember closing my eyes for a bit. I suppose the driver took off with his fee and left me for dead. Anyway, I went searching for help.
Oh, no shit, people mention a memory lapse. Everyone. Oh my god.
It's nice of you to say. All right. Harvey again.
Okay. Talk to people. Memory
That's
lapse.
true. I know I
Oh my
wasn't
God.
entirely sure how I wound up
We
here.
already knew about the memory lapses.
I feared. I think you mentioned earlier you met a young woman in the forest named Karen. Yes,
Yeah.
I see. And was this Karen by any chance wearing a hood?
Are you saying that Karen is death? She's wearing a hoodie.
Because I've seen her before. There's something I think you should see. I think you'd better follow me to the baths.
Oh yeah, falling into the bats, huh?
But don't follow too closely. We can't have people thinking we're bathing together.
And why would that be a bad thing, huh?
Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh, yeah.
Follow closely.
You look well, my sartorial friend.
Doesn't need to follow. You're following her very close, my friend. Are you going to bathe together? Oh, fuck. She hit the loading screen too. She's in a void.
Oh God.
What if she falls through the map from the loading? What engine is this running on? Like sticks and chewing gum? Bit of spit? Okay, come on, we're in the bath. Alright, I followed you here, now take off your clothes. Let's do this.
All right, you're here. You were asking how I knew the young woman you met by the river was wearing a hood. Here, look down at the bottom of the baths. It's a little hard to make out in this light. If only we could see. Oh, what a marvelous lamp. But do you see it?
What a marvelous lamp.
Somebody
What a marvelous lamp, it goes bang.
in the forest to find a hooded figure with a coin. It's just as you described it, only your pronunciation is a little off. The name you heard wasn't Karen.
Oh, Jesus.
It was C-H-A-R-O-N, as in
Charon.
Charon, the ferryman of the dead.
Man, the ferryman of the dead is kind of hot though. Not gonna...
It seems a little far-fetched.
Deceased cross the Styx, the river that separates the land of the living from the land of the dead.
When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, but all I found was some loose change. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute.
I don't remember hearing her say that.
If I sounded cagey, it's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
She clearly said Karen.
About the gods punishing people by making them do the same futile task over and over. But on the bright side, at least you're not stuck in the world like they all were.
Game, I would have come to this conclusion.
My friend, I'm so sorry. I take it.
I am stuck in the underworld.
This place is the underworld.
I'm afraid so. It's all starting to make sense. All these people whose last memory was running from the fires toward the river. It seems none of them escaped with their lives after all. Perhaps we should be grateful they don't remember their final moments. It also tells us that the Golden Rule is the work of Pluto, the god of the underworld, and why his epithet has always been...
I found a tablet that said Father of Riches.
I know it's a lot to take in, and you look as if you have questions, so I'll try to answer them if I can.
So... we're dead.
That was my first thought too. In the old stories, the underworld was where the souls of the deceased were taken. But it was also possible for the living to reach it without dying, if they were particularly fearless. So I'm afraid I don't know.
You know, this is a very different twist than in the Skyrim mod.
What was the twist again in the Skyrim mod?
Well, other than the psycho rapist thing, it was an old ancient dwarven thing where this one dwarf was trying to create the perfect society.
Whether the storyteller was Plato, Homer, Virgil, or
So using some like a shard of Aetherius or something, he to cheat immortality and would watch over a city through the statues.
That he'd help the new arrival cross only if they could pay him with a coin, an obol. That's why it was once our custom to bury our loved ones with a coin in their mouths. Charon's obol, we called it. Of course, an obol was a kind of Greek coin, because we inherited this knowledge from the Greeks.
Okay, why didn't you all recognize Karen immediately? I guess, why would I ask that? If she's appeared as a he and all that. Were you trying to keep this from me?
No. I mean, I had my suspicions, especially after Livia's ramblings, but I would never have figured it out without your help. I promise you.
That sounded sarcastic.
Why are there so few people in the underworld?
Good question. Let's see. In the stories, Charon would always require a coin as payment for passage across the river. But that never made any sense to me. What does an ancient immortal being need with coins? In our case, it seems Charon didn't take the coins we had. He or she merely checked we had one in our possession. So, maybe there's something special about the coins each of us had on us. That might explain why we wound up here, but so many others did not. To be fair, the ferryman isn't exactly as the poets described, and he, she, they seem to appear to different people in different guises. You say you saw a young woman named Karen with a hood. And I once heard Kabash mention a stranger in a ram headdress named
Who's
Kait.
Kabash?
And Rufius described meeting a stranger named Kumut Tabal wearing an eagle headdress. But whatever form this stranger took, they were always wearing a hood of some sort, and their name always began with a K sound. I suspect the only way you'll solve this riddle
This is very convoluted.
paths cross again.
Yep.
Now that we know where we are, we have to figure out what to do about it. We don't have much to go on, except the Hercules, the demigod and son of Jupiter, Orpheus, a Thracian poet, Sisyphus,
What the fuck did you just call me?
and Aeneas, a Trojan hero.
She called you syphilis.
Hercules was able to leave the underworld because he cowed its god with his strength. Sisyphus and Orpheus both relied on their wits instead. They persuaded the goddess of the underworld, Proserpina, to help them escape. And finally, Aeneas was able to escape with the help of a spirit guide, who led him through a secret gate. So it seems you have two options: to confront the god of the underworld head-on,
4 options, 4 endings. I already got the Hercules ending.
Or some other guide.
Which was killing the guy.
Yeah. The gate one
Which
was
is, I'm assuming, leaving with the key.
Cynthia. Scintilla.
Yeah.
Seem calling, kind of calling the god of the underworld by his name.
All Romans try to avoid saying it, and the reason you may refer to him as Pluto.
You ever escape the way we came
It's
in?
a reasonable question, but the problem is, and even if you could build a ladder big enough, just trying it would break the golden rule. Shh! Is everyone so blunt where you're from? Oh.
Yeah.
That option would be the
I'm from
boldest,
Texas, lady.
but also the only way to learn the truth about the golden rule, and maybe even put an end to it. As I said, Hercules managed to overpower the god of the underworld, but he was a demigod.
I don't need to be Hercules, I have a gun.
My candor,
Yeah, I have the Glock. It's the perfect weapon. Hercules couldn't manipulate time or turn organic matter into gold. I can do that, by the way.
are you telling me that you can? I won't pretend to understand exactly what that means, but if that's true, then perhaps you stand a chance. So, if you want to confront him, I'll help you as much as I can. Who knows? Perhaps your name will be uttered in the same sentence as
They'll utter the
Hercules'
name
one.
Biggest.
You'd need an audience
Dickus.
with you know who, and for that, you'll need to enter the great temple overlooking the city. The problem is, the door has been sealed shut for as long as I've lived here, and there doesn't even seem to be a keyhole. I suspect the answer lies in the desecrated obelisk in front of it. I'm not sure if you noticed, but there are 4 plaques missing from its base. It looks as though somebody, or a series of somebodies, forcibly removed them, and in doing so, dishonored and angered our divine keeper. If you could recover and replace all 4 of those missing plaques,
Well, I have the
imagine he
Pluto
might be
plaque.
willing to receive an audience again. It's the towering stone monument with 4 sides and a pyramid-shaped head.
Have I
that
seen the Great
stands
Temple
before
before?
the Great Temple,
I don't
in
think so.
dedication to the god of this place. You'll find them all over Rome, but of course they were looted from Egypt many.
Blah,
However,
blah, blah.
This one is unusual in that each of the 4 sides is
Okay.
decorated in a different
Roman,
style.
Pluto.
Roman, Greek, Egyptian, and another.
So I'm guessing these are the 4 different gods of
That means
death.
You'll need to recover 4 different
Possibly, the
plaques.
4th one's possibly
Roman,
Viking.
Greek, Egyptian, and a 4th
Norse.
mystery plaque.
Yeah, I can't even ask about the Roman plaque because I have it.
I don't know. But perhaps you should begin. Perhaps Kabash, our Egyptian resident. But I did hear Aurelia is peddling rumors about. I'm afraid you're on your own. As I mentioned, both Orpheus and Sisyphus were said to have persuaded Proserpina to help. The problem is, those are the stories of a poet. First, it said, the god of the underworld abducted and dragged her here
What?
against her will.
Oh, right, I fucked up with Aurelia.
If the stories are true,
Chained up,
then
that's
the problem
fucking
is,
Scintilla.
How do we communicate with? Leaving that aside for a moment, there is also.
Oh, the statues whisper to me. Only the female ones?
Truly? And you're only bringing this up now?
I thought I was
And
crazy,
again, I
woman.
suppose you were worried I'd think you were as mad as Navia. Can you tell me more?
Same voice, helpful, a little cryptic.
Perhaps she's a benevolent spirit. Or perhaps, if she has indeed been abducted, tell me, has she told you anything?
Already found a way to escape.
Truly? Then why are you still here?
Because doing it would kill everyone.
Ah, I see. Then it seemed, but unfortunately. All right, I I would suggest not discussing this. As for Livia, it seems she's been shouldering the weight of this terrible secret all...
Alright. I have a chat with Livia.
In any case, time is... May Fortuna...
This is shaping out to be pretty interesting, if a little convoluted.